I stared into the cold eyes of my stepmother, Elena, as she pointed a trembling finger at me. "That's her," she whispered to the officers, her voice laced with feigned horror. "The thief who stole my heirloom necklace." The words hit like a dagger, twisting deep into my chest. My stepmother, the woman who had married my father 5 years ago, promising to be the mother I lost too young, had just shattered our fragile bond in the most unimaginable way. It all began innocently enough, or so I thought. I was 17 when Dad remarried Elena after Mom's sudden death in a car accident. Elena swept into our lives like a whirlwind of elegance and charm, with her perfectly coiffed hair and designer dresses. She doted on me at first, buying me clothes, helping with homework, even defending me when Dad was too strict. "We're family now, Lila," she'd say, hugging me tightly. I believed her. I needed to believe her. But beneath that polished facade lurked a serpent, coiled and waiting. The fear started creeping in last year when Dad's health declined. He was diagnosed with a rare heart condition, and the medical bills piled up like storm clouds. Elena, who had always been the picture of poise, began acting strangely. Secret phone calls in the middle of the night, furtive glances at Dad's will, and a growing distance from me. I overheard her once arguing with someone on the phone. "The girl's in the way. We need to handle this." My stomach churned with dread, but I pushed it aside. She was my stepmother. She wouldn't hurt us. Then the betrayal struck like lightning. One evening, I came home from school to find the house in chaos, drawers ransacked, valuables strewn about. Elena was hysterical, clutching her chest as if in pain. "Someone broke in. My grandmother's diamond necklace. It's gone," she wailed to Dad, who was bedridden and frail. The police arrived quickly, and that's when her eyes locked onto mine with a calculated glint. She accused me outright, claiming she'd seen me eyeing the necklace greedily. Lila's been acting out lately. Teenage rebellion, you know. The officers handcuffed me right there in our living room while Dad watched in stunned silence. Fear gripped me like icy chains. Fear of the unknown, of jail, of losing everything. As they dragged me away, I screamed, "She's lying! Why would I steal from my own family?" But Elena's tears convinced everyone. In the squad car, my mind raced. Why? What had I done to deserve this? Jail was a nightmare of cold cells and echoing shouts. I spent 2 agonizing nights there, my heart pounding with terror every time the door clanged shut. But in that darkness, something shifted. Anger replaced fear, a burning, vengeful fury. I wasn't going down without a fight. Smart revenge, I decided, would be my weapon. Not impulsive rage, but calculated justice. Released on bail, thanks to a sympathetic neighbor who vouched for me, I returned home to a tense atmosphere. Dad was weaker, his eyes clouded with doubt. Elena avoided me, her smiles forced and brittle. I played the part of the remorseful stepdaughter, biding my time. Secretly, I started digging. Using the family computer, Elena's password was pathetically simple, Diamond Queen, I accessed her emails. What I found chilled me to the bone. Correspondence with a shady appraiser, plans to sell the stolen necklace on the black market, and messages to a lover named Victor. Once the old man's gone, the insurance payout and the house are ours. The girl's the perfect scapegoat. Betrayal deepened into a chasm. Elena wasn't just framing me, she was poisoning Dad. Traces of unusual medications in his regimen matched online searches for slow-acting toxins. My stepmother was a monster, driven by greed and a secret affair. But she had underestimated me. I gathered evidence meticulously. Screenshots, printed emails, even a hidden camera in Dad's room capturing Elena swapping his pills. Fear still lingered, a shadow in my dreams, but it fueled my resolve. I contacted a lawyer anonymously, then the police with an ironclad tip. "Check the pawn shop on Elm Street," I whispered over a payphone. "The necklace is there, fenced by Elena Hargrove." The raid happened swiftly. Officers stormed the shop, recovering the necklace with Elena's fingerprints all over the transaction records. Victor cracked under interrogation, spilling everything. Their plot to kill Dad slowly, frame me for theft to discredit any inheritance claims, and run off with the life insurance. Elena was arrested in our driveway, her elegant facade crumbling into screams of denial. "It was her idea," she shrieked at Victor, but it was too late. As they cuffed her, our eyes met one last time. Amid the chaos, I saw it, a flicker of secret regret in her gaze. Not for me, perhaps, but for herself, for the life she could have had if greed hadn't consumed her. Dad, recovering in the hospital with proper treatment, held my hand tightly. "I'm so sorry, Lila. I should have seen it." In the end, justice was bittersweet. The emotional scars of betrayal and fear would linger, but my smart revenge had exposed the truth. My stepmother, once a pillar of false affection, now rotted in a cell, haunted by the regret of her own making. And I emerged stronger, vowing never to trust so blindly again.